Well, regular Tuesdays,
Guys, hello and welcome to the Liberian TV
held.
network. We are right here at the Ministry of
This
Information,
afternoon,
Culture
I'd
and
like to
Tourism,
invite the
where in
Deputy
the
Minister
regular
for Foreign
praise,
Public Affairs,
briefing is ongoing. I'm Princess Kelly. Would you like,
Daniel
share, and comment
Samuel,
on our Facebook and YouTube channel?
who
Thank you
will
for following.
officially introduce to you and welcome our guests into the Charles William Press Hall. Minister Samuel.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the press. It's a good thing to have you assembled here at Charles William Press Hall here at the Ministry of Information to provide us yet another coverage of the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism regular press briefing. As we draw closer to the year 2025, a lot is happening for our country, and as a ministry clothed with the authority to speak for the Liberian government, we will continuously be engaged with the press, unveiling developments taking place in the country as we anticipate a lot more to happen, all in the interest of moving our country forward. Today we have a full house. The Minister, he mounts the podium, on Rufia will give the order of precedence. But I just like to emphasize the presence of our international guests. They are here to speak to you. Of course, you will be hearing from the horse's mouth. We also have the Liberia Immigration Services. They come to provide you regular updates. And of course, the Minister of Agriculture, Dr. Alexander Muta, is here. And then we have a group of Liberians headed by Madame Vejun Yutua. They are organizing the Mixed University Beauty Pageant. They are here because this is a sector ministry. So they will be speaking to you. They were here a couple of weeks ago where they had a media launch. Today they come to unveil the queens. You see the beautiful ladies already seated. They will speak for themselves. So that's just what we are today. And without much ado, let me now seize the moment to invite to the podium Honorable Jerolimic Mafia, the Minister of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism of the Republic of Liberia. He will make some introductory remarks, give the order of precedence for speaking, and then you retire, and then we hear from our guests here. And afterward, we try to make it interactive for all of you to pose your questions. Very interesting conversation here today, and we are happy to have you. Let me now welcome the Minister to the podium. Minister Pierre.
So let me say good afternoon to all of you and welcome everyone to Charles William Hall. Beautiful ladies, you're welcome to meet them. We are now going to start first, as the minister said. We want our guests from the U.S. and Nixon with our routine local stuff. So they will speak to you first. You will then have an opportunity to ask them a few questions, and then they will leave and we continue the press conference. We have a lot to do, and we want to keep them here. They are from the Stevens Institute of Technology in New Jersey, the USA. I'm not going to say on their behalf why they are here, but we have an obligation as a government agency that is responsible for propagating messages on behalf of the state to grant them this platform to speak to you because they are guests of the government. So, out wasting any time, welcome.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Michael Zermühlen. I'm the Associate Dean of the School of Business at Stevens Institute of Technology and an Associate Professor of Information Systems. I am joined today by my colleagues, Director Dina Escaros, she's the Director of our Office of Graduate Admissions, and Dr. Rainer Martini, who is an Associate Professor of Physics and the Associate Dean of the School of Engineering and Science. Dr. Martini and myself, we are academics, and Director Escaros is responsible for overseeing the admissions process of students and on the graduate side of Stevens Institute of Technology. We are in Liberia because we are meeting with prospective students. Stevens is a university, as was said, located in New Jersey. We are just across the Hudson River from New York. We've been there since 1870, so over 150 years. And during this time, we've educated engineers, scientists, entrepreneurs, and business people in a variety of disciplines. We have 58 graduate programs, 20 PhD programs, and we recruit students from over 54 countries across the world. So it is typical for us that we visit the countries of origin that our students come from, and we look very much forward to meeting some of these prospective students here in Liberia. We have a student body of about 9,000 and a couple hundred students that is evenly split between graduate and undergraduate programs. Our programs range from sciences such as physics to engineering programs such as biomedical engineering and mechanical engineering to business programs such as the MBA and information systems. So we wanted to use this opportunity to express our interest in bringing diversity and talented students from Liberia to the United States to join our programs and to pursue their graduate education with us, and to explain the process that these students go through when they apply, how the applications are reviewed, and what the students can expect once they come to the United States. So to do this, I would like to invite my colleague, Director Escaros, to the podium to speak a little bit about how we recruit students, what the application process looks like, and what the students can expect upon admission to Stevens.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure for us to be here with you today. As Dr. Michael Zermühlen mentioned, we are thrilled to be coming into Africa and especially Liberia to be recruiting your students. We are in the business of educating the young minds, and we are doing this across the world. And of course, Africa is the next region that we are heavily going into to try to recruit the wonderful minds, the students that are passionate about their education and about obtaining a higher degree. And Miss University Liberia, you are absolutely beautiful, but I bet your minds are also beautiful.
Hello, Moto.
So let's talk about the application process. The application process at Stevens Institute of Technology happens completely on our application system. Once a student has interest in applying to Stevens, they submit an application on the Stevens website. And it is a secured website that is specific to each student. The students are then requested to upload their documentation in support of their application. That means that they have to upload all transcripts from any post-secondary institutions they've attended. We have waived off reference letters because we have seen that those students are going to be vetted very carefully here before they come to us. But we do require them to submit a statement of purpose and a CV. And the reason for that is because we need to be sure that they are applying to the appropriate program. And of course, once the application leaves the Office of Graduate Admissions, it then goes on to the academics, where they vet these applications very carefully for each of the programs to ensure that the applicant is applying to the correct program and has the right background to pursue the career that they want ultimately. Once the applications come to us, we conduct something that is called document verification in our office. Every single application, every single document is vetted very carefully by a group of about 15 personnel in our office. This is all done directly in-house at Stevens Institute of Technology. Once this happens, we then release the application to the academic units, where they make the academic decisions on the applications. I think it is very important to note that at the graduate level of any university in the United States, applications are decided upon in the academic unit. So the physics department will be deciding on physics applications, computer science will be deciding on computer applications. They look through the transcripts very carefully to ensure that these transcripts, the students have the right background and the right academic standing. In addition, of course, each of our Liberian students will be considered for what we call a merit-based scholarship from Stevens Institute of Technology. This is essentially our way of saying we are here to support the students. Of course, as with a lot of universities, we cannot fully fund the students, but we will be considering them for this merit-based scholarship based on their incoming standing within the program that they're applying to. From there on, that decision is released. Of course, we do a lot of work with the students to prep them for their life in the United States for the short period of time that they will be with us. Graduate students pursuing a master's degree are usually in the United States anywhere between 3 to 4 semesters. That's 1.5 to 2 years maximum. And then they're eligible perhaps for the OPT period, which entitles them to work in an internship in their field in the US for 3 years, as per the F1 regulations, and then they come back to Liberia. So what we want to say is that we need to be sure that we are educating the minds and making sure that these students are indeed serious. So one of the reasons that we are here this week is to conduct interviews with our incoming students, which we will be very happy to see and talk to them about their passions and what they look to achieve once they complete their master's degree program. And with that, I will pass the baton on to my colleague, our Associate Dean of the School of Engineering and Science, Dr. Rainer Martini, who will talk to you a little bit more about academics themselves at Stevens, and then we will take Q&A.
Thank you very much, Gina, and I'm thanking you all to give me a little time here to talk about the academic programs at Stevens Institute of Technology. We have a long-standing history that we are not looking on the fundamental research to bring a new technology forward, but we also educating the students to applying those technology to real-world problems. So that is like the skill sets that we want to equip the students with is really looking at both parts, not only have the fundamental understanding, but also be really skilled to directly apply it to real-world problems in the different areas. That can be in computer science, can be in artificial intelligence, machine learning, in many different areas. So we provide, therefore, a really big range of different programs, which is particularly specifying the students training in the background part, but then also honing the skills that they learn at Stevens in particularly real-world problems. So we know today that the problems are not only in one area, only computer science or somewhere else. So we allow the students to customize their education while they're at Stevens. This is why we have, like, in the interview that we have with the students, want to really understand what is a career, what is the activities, where do you want to be, apply yourself as to make the world a better place. And we will help you then to find the right course, the right courses, the right education, the right background to do this,
For this purpose, all our programs have a lot of flexibility built in. Besides the core background, then picking additional courses from different schools, from different programs, very interdisciplinary to have the students giving all the skill sets that they can then go out, become a leader in that area and apply it directly to real world problems. We are very proud of that one. We have, for example, we have one of the few schools that actually have joint schools where we have science and engineering under one area, under one hood in principle, because we found out that mixing that one allows the students really to get the fundamental science education, but also the engineer gets back to how we really can apply it in the real world to solve real world problems. And so we are looking now here, and I'm looking really forward to meet all the interesting students here to understand what is their passions and how we can help them to lead further in making the world a better place. Thank you very much, and I turn it over to.
Okay, so you heard our visiting guest from the Stevie Institute of Technology. They were as clear as crystal. So we will now entertain few questions at most. 2 to 5 questions.
Thank you. My name is Elijah Pine, and I report for Photon Television. If I can get you well, in terms of requirements, what qualified a person to go on this scholarship process? We heard about you moving on from school to school. Currently in Liberia, some of the schools are not in session, most especially the University of Liberia. So how do you intend of going alongside the University of Liberia to get some students who have the ambition of wanting to be part of the process?
Thank you. I'm Augustine Side, I report for ELBC. So I'm concerned with, in our setting, when you talk about scholarship, some